If you're watching this channel, there's a good chance that you engage in activism from time to time, whether through affinity groups, formal anti-fascism, informal anti-fascism, ordinary protesting, or more aggressive direct action. There's also a good chance that you do not, but have considered it. Activism can, at times, be dangerous, especially when the opposition is full of fascists. There is also a good chance that you neither engage in activism nor have much interest in putting your body and reputation on the line. And that's fine, but you still know that you live in a dangerous world. Whether you are part of the first, second, or third group, this video is for you, and that's everybody. Purchasing and training with a self-defense weapon can be daunting. For one, if used improperly, they can be dangerous to the user or to unintended people around the user. For another, the legality of each weapon varies from country to country, and in the United States, the legality varies from state to state. The following is a guide to a variety of self-defense weapons, their relative danger, and their legality by state. For a few different reasons, most of them legal, this video will not contain information about firearms. Pepper spray takes its name from its most active ingredient, capsaicin, which is naturally found in chili peppers. The mild burning sensation one receives from eating chili peppers can be pleasurable if eaten, but uncomfortable in overabundance because capsaicin is actually an irritant and a neurotoxin. Pepper spray is much worse because it's not a drop of jalapeno juice, it's a lot more. Pepper spray has inflammatory effects which causes someone to close their eyes. That means that in addition to pain, the target is now temporarily blinded and can no longer chase someone or continue to fight effectively. About 20 years ago, I accidentally pepper sprayed myself, which is kind of embarrassing, but I'm telling you because I have first-hand experience in what it feels like. It hurts like hell, and I couldn't do anything for a while because I couldn't see at all. It really works. A can of pepper spray is fairly inexpensive, usually runs you about $10 or $20, and can be found in many sporting goods stores, department stores, specialty stores, and even online. Pepper spray is legal in all 50 states, but some states have restrictions. New York and Massachusetts have the highest restrictions, so be sure to look into that before purchase. Once obtained, read the instructions and make sure you know which end releases the spray. You don't want to spray yourself, especially during a tense moment of self-defense. Next, attach your pepper spray to something that you always have on you, like a keychain, belt, or purse. Practice holding your pepper spray in a fist with your thumb on top. A tight grip prevents your attacker from simply swatting it away. It also allows for aiming. Keep your eyes open. You will be tempted to close your eyes out of fear of getting some of the spray on yourself or in your eyes, but pepper spray these days is suspended in a solution that is wind resistant. It's going forward, not backward. I'm not a pepper spray scientist or anything, but this is what I have read in my research. When your target has been sprayed, they may lurch forward or still try to grab you. Once your spray has made contact, just get out of the way immediately and keep moving. Don't just keep spraying, get out of there. A conducted energy device, or CED, is a self-defense weapon and less than lethal law enforcement weapon. There are generally two varieties, the contact-only stun gun and the projectile weapon, better known as the taser. The former requires the user to make contact with the target, and the latter fires two barbed darts that puncture the skin, shooting electricity from copper wires into the target. The amount of electricity and the effects vary greatly. The pain could be entirely localized and serve as a painful warning, more than something that completely incapacitates someone. Conversely, the pain could be shot throughout the body and could be completely incapacitating. The police-grade and military-grade tasers are terribly expensive, which is why most people who want a CED weapon will purchase one that requires close-up contact. The downside of this device is that it requires you to get really close to someone who you didn't want close to you in the first place. That's why many people prefer pepper spray or some other projectile. These weapons are potentially more dangerous than pepper spray, which is why they are illegal in many countries. It's illegal to own one in Canada, Australia, many countries in Europe and Asia. In the United States, there are fewer restrictions. They are legal in every state and Washington, D.C. A few states require a background check, like Maryland and Hawaii, or a permit, like Illinois or Mississippi, but that's it. Be sure to check your local laws before purchase. Sometimes the buzzing and crackling sound of the device will be enough to deter a potential attacker. But if that's not enough, strike in one of the few key areas: the face, neck, chest, or groin. If someone gets stunned in the neck or between the legs, the pain will be incapacitating enough for you to make a quick getaway. Once stunned, get out of there. A final word of warning on this one. It is possible for the target to have a severe reaction beyond simply being hurt or incapacitated temporarily. Consider the risks before using this device. A self-defense knife can be any knife at all, but the knives most commonly used as self-defense weapons and not just tools are folding knives, utility knives, switchblades, and butterfly knives. I own a simple knife that I keep on my keychain. I have never needed to use it as a weapon, and have never brandished it as a weapon either, but it can be used in that capacity instead of what I normally use it for, opening boxes and other practical uses. A utility knife is favored by many people because the blade comes out quickly, almost as quick as a switchblade, but states generally don't have laws governing ownership of utility knives. A switchblade, on the other hand, is illegal in many states. Switchblades are illegal for ownership in Hawaii, Delaware, Minnesota, New Mexico, New York, Washington State, and Washington, D.C. Even among states in which ownership is legal, concealed carry of a switchblade is often illegal. I live in Pennsylvania and can both own and carry a switchblade as of earlier this year. I don't, though. A gravity knife is not the same as a switchblade, either in the technical sense or the legal sense, so be sure to keep that in mind should you want one. A butterfly knife, or balisong, is legal almost everywhere in the United States except for Washington, California, New Mexico, and Hawaii. Some states like Oregon and Utah allow butterfly knives, but not for concealed carry. Be careful about your purchase depending on where you live. If you draw a switchblade and cut your assailant on the hand, your assailant is not incapacitated. Being stabbed or cut may be shocking or painful enough for the assailant to back off, but that's no guarantee. If you absolutely must strike someone with a knife in self-defense, make sure you're holding on to the handle with the firmest grip possible so that your assailant cannot simply swat the knife out of your hand and obtain the knife to be used against yourself. Most self-defense experts do not recommend a knife as your first line of defense. It's more like your last line of defense for extremely rare circumstances. For example, a knife is a good weapon under circumstances in which you are in an enclosed space and cannot escape. If you're trapped and you blind your kidnapper with pepper spray, you're still in a locked room with your assailant. A more lethal weapon may be required. A simple pocket knife or utility knife will do the trick. You don't need to learn a bunch of balisong knife tricks to defend yourself, although they are extremely cool. No matter which weapon you choose, please remember safety first. Learn how to use something before you need to use it in a dangerous situation. And know your local laws so that police officers cannot harass you or confiscate your legal property by claiming it is illegal. Be careful.